Hi, I'm back. There's a beetle on my wall. It is December 1st. Happy December. It's the last day. It's the last month of 2025. Can you believe? Not really. Not really. I really can't. Um somehow it's the last month of the year. Somehow. Yep. That's all I have to say on that. I feel like November barely happened. Um I feel like October didn't happen. I feel like the summer took a long time, but I always feel like the summer takes a long time because I'm not a big fan of the summer. It's too hot. It's too hot for me. I'm sorry. There's too much sun. I can't do it. Little baby about going out when there is too much sunshine. Ugh. I don't really have anything to talk about today. I really thought about not making this one and just kind of like leaving it, but then I was like, no, it's the 1st of December. I should come on and I should say something. I don't really have much of anything to say. I don't have much of anything to report either. I mean, it got cold pretty damn quick. It's like winter. It's like winter forgot that it was supposed to be cold, and then suddenly it was like, oh, that's right. I know, it's just cold. It's just freaking cold outside. I could finally see my breath when I went outside this morning. I was like, oh, that's nice. I actually think that's fun. I know it's really cold and it's not great for a lot of people, but I think it's quite fun. I have quite a good time being able to see my breath. I was asking, I asked a friend of mine earlier because I saw a post on Reddit, um, about, do you know what age you were when you had your earliest memory? And I asked them, and they gave me a list of a few memories, but I don't think that they named what age they were, and I don't know what age I was either. But what really got me was that most people who could put their age to a first memory, they were 3. I can't tell you about when I was 3. I mean, I'm sure that I have memories when I was 3, but I can't tell you that I was 3 during that memory. And that's so interesting to me that not only would they remember that early memory, but they would also be like aware of the fact that they were 3 years old. And maybe that's context, because like my earliest memory, I was still in a crib. So I don't know if I don't think I was 3. It was earlier than that, but I can't tell you how early it was. Maybe I was 1. I have no idea, but all of them said they were, well, not all of them, but a good majority of the people said, would either say I was 3 or I was maybe 2.5 or I was around 2. And like, that's crazy to me. I have quite a few childhood memories, but unless I was in school, I couldn't tell you like what age I was. Because so much of my dividing up my childhood is divided up into what grade was I in at that time. Like, if I were to pull a memory up, I would be like, oh, that's a memory I was in 2nd grade, so I was probably about this old. I can't, it's not, prior to that, I couldn't tell you how old a memory of mine, like where it comes from, which is which is which is really something, because like I have very vivid memories of like my childhood. Like I could probably map out the first house I remember living in. And I could probably do it pretty accurately. I could probably draw it pretty accurately too. Um, but I can't, and I have a vivid memory of moving out of that house. I I could tell you what so much of it looked like, but I can't. I like there's not like one specific memory that I go back. It's just kind of like mapped in my head, um, based off of the all of the memories that I have of it. That's crazy. It's so weird. And there was another Reddit post of somebody who was asking like, do you like when you're in a dream, do you have memories of other dreams? I'm really curious to know that because I do. and and I'll know. I'll know if I'm having that's the thing is that like while I'm in it, it's not so much like a lucid dream, like it's not something that I can control, but I'll be aware, like a part of me will be aware during that dream that I've had this dream before. I've been here before. This has happened before, and this is a dream, and I've had it before. And not only that, I'll have like other dreams be referenced in my dream. So there's this one dream I had. There was a guy and he was talking to me. We were like standing outside of a cafe or something. I don't remember. Um, but he was talking to me and he was referencing a date that I had been on with what at that time was an ex of mine, but he referenced that date, like the date that we had together. And the thing about that date is it never happened. That was a date that I dreamed. And so it's crazy to me to think that like when I woke up from that, it took me so long to be like, that's not something that happened. We didn't go on that date. Why do I remember that? And then I was like, oh, that's right. I dreamed that we went on that date. Because it was one of those like silly impossible dates that you would go on with someone where you like fly, like it's not going to happen in real life. There's no way. um but yeah, I don't know. I don't know. That's crazy, right? That's crazy. I don't know. I've been told that I'm weird about my sleep and also about my dreams. And maybe I am. Maybe that's strange. I don't know. I don't know. Are you partially aware of like your dreams while you're dreaming them? Like you know at some point while it's happening you're like, "Oh, I think I might be dreaming." But like you don't control it. You just kind of like know, "Oh, this isn't entirely real, is it?" Oh, okay. Is that 8 billion people on the planet? There's definitely other people that experience that. It's not just me. But yeah, that's what I've been thinking about today, and I'll tell you what my earliest memory is. It's quite funny. Um, for a long time, I thought it was a memory of my sister, my older sister. She's about 4 years older than me. And when I was like young, I shared a room with my little sister, who's 2 years younger than me. And so I just expected that in this dream I had been sharing a room with my older sister. Or not in this dream, in this memory, I had been sharing a room with my older sister. I drew in the margins of my notebook, I think around first or second grade what I remember my earliest memory being, and I can still see it. It's not clear. It's very, very blurry. But I understand better now what the shapes are, and I think that's why I drew it in my notebook, is because I was realizing what those shapes were. It's me looking through the bars of my crib, and it's nighttime, right? And there's no light in the room, but there's light coming in from the window. It's coming from somewhere, and I'm sure that it was coming from the window. But it's me looking through the bars of my crib at a bed that's across from my crib. And I can see someone in it. I don't know who they are, but I can see someone in it. For a really long time, I thought that that someone was my older sister. I just thought that we shared a room, that she slept in my room with me. And then I found out later on that that's not my older sister. It was my mom. I love that. I love that so much. I can't tell you what my mom looked like sleeping. And if you had asked me in first grade, I wouldn't have even told you it was my mom. It wasn't until my mom told me that when all of us, me and my sisters, when each one of us was an infant, she would sleep in the room with us. There was a daybed that we had, and I remember that daybed. We don't have it anymore, but I remember it. It, cycled through all of us for a while, but she would sleep on that daybed in the nursery with all of us. That's sweet. I'm really glad that's my first memory. Is your first memory that sweet? I like to think that most first memories are. Someone once told me that most people, their very first memory is of the very first, time that they experienced fear in life, or, the very first time that they experienced pain. And I didn't like them saying that, because that wasn't true for me. And I want to know if it's true for other people. Do your memories start out traumatic, or do your memories start out with just, your family members? It's a good question. Anyway, welcome to December. Happy last month of the year. Tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, I'm going to be here, and I'm going to be live, and I'm going to be playing something. I don't know. It'll probably be Pajama Sam. It might just be Minecraft. It really depends on how I'm feeling after work tomorrow. But I'm going to be live here at 9 p.m. Eastern Time tomorrow. So I really hope that you join me, friend. Thank you so much for checking in. I'll see you tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern Time.